Is Shericka Jackson Stardom Crumbling? Police cars revolving light epic track and field highlights that could change everything. Shericka Jackson into the home straight. She has put her stamp on this event. She's going to go back-to-back for Jamaica, the first since Marlene A.E. and she crosses in 21.41. Wow, that is a meet record. This is how. The commentator announced that Shericka Jackson had won the 200-meter at the 2023 World Championship, defending her 2022 crown, the first Jamaican woman since Marlene A.E. to do so. But there is a lot more to this performance by the Jamaican, probably even a sad fact as well. Her 21.41s run not only secured her the gold medal, but also surpassed the previous championship record of 21.6464 seconds, set by 8 in 1991, and brought her closer to Florence Griffith Joyner's world record of 21.34 seconds. Jackson was the second fastest woman in the 200m, after Flojo, and the commentators were right to say she is getting closer to Flojo's world record. The problem is that she isn't. Track and field personality Aaron Brown pointed out on August 25th. 2 years later, can't even break 22 Dove loudly crying face. Quoting a video of Shericka from Budapest. The last time the Jamaican clocked a sub-22 in the 200m was at the Prefontaine Classic in 2023, where she Itron Marie-Jose Tulumith 22.10 S10s and Anthony Strachan 22.16s, with the only sub-22 of the race I do. 21.57. That was also her last 200m of the 2023 season. What's even sadder is that her times after 2023 have been closer to 23 seconds rather than 21 seconds. The only time she came under 22.5 last season was at the Jamaican Championships, clocking 22.29. Otherwise, it was all 22.5 plus in 5 out of 6 200m races in 2024. Not to remind the 36.29s. At the July Eastman Memorial, she was leading the race but pulled up with discomfort just before the finish line and limped off the track, finishing last. And due to this, she had to pull out of the 200m at the Paris Olympics as well. In 2025, she has raced in 3 200m races with no sub-22, but there has been a sub-22.5, her fastest time since 2023. Shericka Jackson sends a strong message after her fastest time since 2023. Sisha Diamond League Women's 200-meter. The commentator announced Shericka Jackson, who's strong over 400, has got some running to do just yet. But here she comes in the pink. The Jamaican in lane 6 easing away, but they are coming back at her. They did. They tried to go past her, but they could not. The Jamaican this late in the season, just before the Tokyo World Athletics Championships, clocked a season best of 22.17s, coming in fourth. After the race, she said, "We are back. It has been a while, and it has been a journey. Getting here was a roller coaster with missed flights, but I made it. I have not run a curve this hard since 2023. This was the fastest she has run since September 2023. She further added, "Last year was a disappointment, but now mentally I am here and I am strong. I want to thank everyone who helped me achieve it. I am in a competitive training group now. The other girls are strong and I enjoy that. I like to compete against strong opposition after missing the sub-22s, the injury in July Eastman Memorial, and the pull-out from Paris. Everything took a toll on Shericka Jackson's mental health, but now she is showing great signs of a comeback. Now, considering she would be going up against Melissa Jeffson Wooden in the Tokyo World Championship, what are your predictions for the Jamaican? The world of track and field is no stranger to highs and lows. Athletes rise, fall, and sometimes redefine themselves through adversity. Yet, when it comes to Shericka Jackson, one of Jamaica's brightest stars, the stakes feel heavier. With the Tokyo World Championships just weeks away, a glaring fact about her career trajectory has begun to dominate conversations. Sprinters rarely sustain their peak speed deep into their 30s. And at 30 years old, Jackson finds herself caught in the unforgiving grip of time and expectation. The question whispered across stadiums, training camps, and online forums is simple yet haunting. Is Shericka Jackson nearing the twilight of her dominance? The meteoric rise. Jackson's story is one of extraordinary evolution. She began her career as a 400m specialist, gradually carving out her identity before making a seismic shift to the 100m and 200m in her mid-20s. Many doubted the switch. Few athletes in history had successfully reinvented themselves at that level. Yet, Jackson defied the odds, capturing world titles and cementing herself as one of the most versatile sprinters of her generation. Her crowning moment came in Budapest at the 2023 World Championships, when she blazed to one of the fastest 200m times in history, just shy of Florence Griffith Joyner's long-standing record. In that instant, Jackson wasn't just Jamaica's pride. She was the sport's future, a woman who could bridge eras and challenge the limits of human speed. But the track is ruthless. What looks like eternal dominance in one season can unravel quickly in the next. The fact that shadows her as world athletics analysts noted in a recent report. The statistical reality of sprinting is sobering. Few women sprinters beyond 30 maintain the blistering form that once defined them. Explosiveness, reaction, time, and recovery often dip with age. No matter how rigorous the training or how disciplined the lifestyle, this fact is not meant to diminish Jackson's brilliance, but it highlights the razor-thin margin she now walks. She is not merely racing against Shericka Richardson, Marie-José Toulouse-Smith, and Julian Alfred. She is racing against biology itself. Fans who once celebrated her seemingly unstoppable rise are now holding their breath, wondering if she can sustain her edge at the Tokyo Worlds. Signs of strain. While Jackson has not endured the kind of injury setbacks that derailed other stars, recent competitions have offered subtle but telling clues. Her starts, once a growing strength, appear a fraction slower in races where younger rivals burst from the blocks with fearless energy. Jackson sometimes finds herself chasing, and though her top-end speed remains elite, holding it through the curve in the 200m looks a touch more labored than before. Commentators have noticed too. At a recent Diamond League meet, one analyst remarked, Shericka still has the heart of a champion, but there are moments where you wonder if the legs are listening in the same way. For a sprinter, fractions of a second. Part of what makes Jackson's situation so emotionally charged is her place within Jamaica's sprinting dynasty. Following in the footsteps of legends like Malene, A.A., Veronica Campbell-Brown and Shelley, and Fraser Price, Jackson has carried the torch into a new era. Yet with Shell and nearing retirement and Elaine Thompson-Hyra struggling with injuries, the burden of leadership has shifted more heavily onto her shoulders. Fans want her to succeed, not just for herself, but for the continuation of Jamaica's sprinting dominance on the global stage. The Tokyo Worlds many believe could define her legacy. Will she emerge as the anchor of a new era, or as a star whose flame burned brightest too soon? Rivals on the rise. Adding to the pressure are the meteoric rises of her rivals. Shericka Richardson, despite her own turbulent career, has found consistency in recent seasons and now represents America's greatest sprinting hope. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share.